In a country with 11 official languages, voice matters. Yet most AI voice recorded systems here are trained on American or European speech, meaning the voices South Africans listen to every day aren't actually South African.
No more missed opportunities, no more inconsistent customer experiences.
Now Cape Town-based Untapped AI is trying to change that, building artificial intelligence designed to sound and operate locally. The company is training AI using local languages, accents, and recorded conversations to make automated customer interactions feel more familiar.
We've got a few languages on board already, but all 11 languages are there. We use a product called Azure, and ultimately they provide us with all the different languages, and then we go into studio and record those different conversations, and we familiarize it so that it sounds convincing when you're dealing with that person over the phone.
That familiarity can influence whether customers stay engaged or hang up. For businesses, trust directly affects sales and service.
Having a South African accent is just going to lower that level of skepticism. And it's going to make the person on the other side feel a little bit more comfortable, like you're dealing with someone that's just across the pond as opposed to another country like in India or the US.
But the shift isn't only about how AI sounds. By routing calls through local telecom networks instead of overseas systems, companies can reduce costs and keep data closer to home, making the technology more accessible to smaller firms.
We started implementing AI receptionists and outbound sales agents into local companies here in South Africa to help them bring in more revenue, book more appointments and so on, and scale more effectively.
Developers say the goal is not to replace human workers, but to handle repetitive tasks while giving businesses clearer data and more consistent consumer engagement. It's part of a wider effort to build digital infrastructure shaped by local needs rather than imported models.
As you break out of the South African networks and you go all the way to Silicon Valley, which is where you mentioned most of these products lie, they have to route through to the EU from a security perspective. We don't believe that our clients would want their data sitting in a third-party software that you cannot support, you cannot control, and their terms are predetermined.
Artificial intelligence is being built at extraordinary speed, but much of it hasn't reflected African languages or realities. By localizing the voice, the data, and the infrastructure behind it, South African developers are trying to ensure they're not just consuming global AI, but helping define how it works.